Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Grand Lux by Chiro Marchetti. Website at the top here, usgamesinc.com. Feel free to check that little mystery out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. And the website for this one is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as in apple, U as an umbrella. Of course, feel free to freeze frame on whatever you need if you want to check that stuff out. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Alright, so the bottom deck is already poking at me, so. Okay. The bottom card on the deck is the Four of Pentacles. And then the Two of Pentacles right after it, so, and then the Three of Pentacles after that. There's a lot of Pentacle energy, a lot of Earth energy coming in, mostly from the bottom of the deck and your last card. And, well, there's another one. Yeah, it's feeling very, you got nourishment here. Weird. Weird. Okay, let's see how this is going. Because, okay, we'll see. Maybe this is more to your liking than I'm first thinking. Let's get into it. You got a lot of levels. You got a lot of angles. You can see things that probably I can't, so let's just get into it. Wherever this is coming from, I didn't want to be a part of it, is my first thought. That's a past energy, though. So, however you ended up where you are, you originally didn't want to do it. It's very simple. I'm going to also say it's kind of bland. Just kind of... But there are benefits here. It's just, it feels very... There's a lot of earth. I would say that Gemini doesn't really enjoy a lot of earth. Because it's restrictions, boundaries. Even though you can find ways around things, I don't know. I keep thinking, my first thought is you're not a fan of boundaries and all that stuff, but I also have this other feeling that maybe you found ways to make things work the way you need to. I know this is going to sound bad, but I'm going to say it. What people don't know doesn't hurt them, which I feel like that depends on what you're doing. Depends on what you're doing. It's your business if that's how because I'm feeling that. What people don't know won't hurt them. So maybe you're breaking some rules, you're getting around some boundaries, and as long as nobody knows, that's how it is. I'm going to say like cheating on a diet, just for argument's sake. If nobody knows, who cares? Yeah, you got something going on here. On the outside, people may think that you're not really happy with the situation, or that you feel very restricted, but you're purposely making it look that way, so they leave you alone. Well, you are a smart one, Gemini. What are you doing? What are you doing? Because I'm seeing this, and it says balance, but I keep seeing the moon in her hand, and I'm like, it looks very enticing, and I'm getting like all these fake moons around it. It's supposed to be like the cycles of the moon, but to me it looks like a bunch of fake moons hanging there. And then she's holding the real one right in front of her, but not everybody can see it. It's kind of shadowed under that cloud. You are getting what you want out of the situation, and people are seeing what they want, but you are getting what you want. You're very interesting. If this is hitting, this is very interesting to me. I feel like there is a bit of a game here, which Gemini can be very entertained with a game. Especially if you have something to truly win from it. And you are playing this quite smart. I don't feel bad about it. You got to do what you got to do. So when in Rome, do as the Romans, I guess. You got to do what you got to do. I'm trying to feel out more of what's going on here. Really, like, is it just because you're so secretive at this stuff? Or why am I not seeing it? Maybe... So if you're a cross-watcher, you're not a Gemini, but you're trying to figure out Gemini, I don't think you're going to figure out Gemini. Just to be fair, they're really good. They're really a lot smarter than people know. And it usually takes another air sign to really figure them out. So either another Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, I'm just saying. Okay, what do we got on the accent here? you got a lot of possibilities coming through. And you got the Tower card, and then the Nine of Cups, half in, half out, which it's kind of like you're kind of independent, Gemini. You're kind of independent with this, but you're kind of dependent on other people. Things keep showing up in front of you, and you're finding opportunities you were not expecting. Are there allies here? I feel like you're super secretive with this, which is interesting because Gemini has this reputation for just letting it fly out of your mouth. Just like, oops, I said that. But I still feel like when Gemini is on their game, and maybe it's not all Geminis, maybe it's more of an advanced Gemini energy. When you're really on your game, you know when to keep your mouth shut about things. And you just talk about different things. You know when to stay away from a subject. I feel like you guys have more to offer than maybe some of you even know. I feel like it's an advanced Gemini energy. Like, seriously, you can keep secrets if you really want to. But the fact that people think you can't just makes it that much easier. It's like being underestimated. Like, please, underestimate me. It makes it easier. It makes my job a lot easier if you underestimate me. It's kind of like, sure, go ahead, knock your socks off. Do you have an ally? This is very interesting. This is either going to be really on or really off, because like there's a lot coming in with it. Okay, so you have somebody you're working with. I don't trust them. I don't know if you do, but I'm getting like the Two of Pentacles, not Pentacles, Two of Cups, like more out than in, which is telling me that this is not really, and then the High Priestess upside down. This is somebody who works to their own means and may actually work against themselves on occasion. So whoever you got you're buddying up with, I feel like maybe you already know that, to be very, very careful. They will easily throw you down the river before they throw themselves. And sometimes they'll just do it for entertainment value. So be careful. This is a sick little trick going on. I don't know what's going on here because I keep getting like, sometimes they'll just blow somebody in just for their entertainment of it all. Like they're bored and so they just kind of let things go. They're slippery. Watch out for that one. Watch out for that one. They're slippery. I'm getting the sooner you distance yourself from that, the sooner they're going to become a problem. Really. Yeah. When you start distancing yourself from them, they're going to become a problem. So be careful what you tell them. And be careful about, if you're going to distance yourself, just realize once you start doing that, they're going to become a problem. There's no loyalty with this. Be careful with that. None. Like, none. Not even to themselves is what I'm getting. And I keep looking at it, and I'm like, because I'm seeing this on the outside. This person, they like to seem like they're the one in control. They like when people look at them as if they have everything in control. They're very power hungry is what I'm getting. This is part of how I read. I'm an intuitive reader. The Empress right side up is usually a very good card. And the Power card is, I usually think of that as a good one too, but when the two dice came in upside down, I feel like this is a facade. They like to be in control, they're power hungry, and they will, but I feel like other people see them this way, as if they're like this very caring person, that they have everything under control. There's a lot of manipulation going on with this one. Take it with a grain of salt, because I see the birds around this. There's a lot of birds on this card, and I just get like a lot of people like dee 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 dee, and they're all involved in the gossip, and they got a lot going on here. I don't know. I'm still kind of shocked that that's how that card's coming in. That's not the typical way. That's not the standard meaning for that card, but there you go. What's going on here in the center? There's a lot to this. I don't know. I'm wondering if this is going to be a long one. I didn't mean for it to be, but... Seven of Wands reversed. And is that the Moon card? No, that's the Death card. 13, the Death card. Lucky 13! Woohoo! I feel like somebody's giving something up. Yeah, I don't think anybody's leaving. Even though the Death card is there, I don't think anybody's leaving. It's like somebody's giving something up. This seems to be another player in the situation. When this person gives something up, it's almost like somebody's like, maybe this is somebody you work with and they're involved in 3 different projects. They're going to give one of them up. They're just going to give it up. this does seem to change things. This changes the dynamic of what's going on. But it does seem to make it harder for that questionable energy around you. Because I feel justice coming in, and when that person lets go of that third, like if they had 3 projects and they let go of one, just for argument's sake, for the analogy, when they do that, it exposes some stuff. I'm not exactly sure how, but justice comes in. Things start to balance out a different way. Things get a lot more restrictive, too. I feel like when we were talking about when you walk away from this person or this other person here, when you put some distance between you and them, that's when they become a problem. Keep that in mind, because you got this coming up. This is the 6 of Swords, which you're going to kind of, there's going to be like a calm period. I feel like you're going to have to kind of lay low for a while. Let that person sink their own ship. They'll become a problem. I feel like they will. But I think they're going to blow themselves in the process. The less you react, the more work they have to do to make an issue, the more they end up exposing themselves. So don't admit to anything is what I'm getting. I know that sounds bad, but it's the truth. That's what I'm getting. Don't admit to anything. Let that person sink their own ship. Yeah, 12 reversed. I kind of get, like, when they get the Hanged Man reversed, people read it differently. I read it kind of like, just get out of the snare by not participating. Just kind of like you have a chance to get out of the snare. You also got the Page of Cups. People are going to kind of like come in and out. I don't feel like people are going to bother you too much. Unless people ask you things directly, don't even get involved. If they ask you directly, I like the term, I don't recall, not that I remember. It's not, I don't remember things that way. I mean, I've been doing this. I don't know. I know it sounds rotten, but I'm getting like, this person over here, they're playing dirty, and they're trying to make it look like you're the problem and they're the good person. If you don't admit to things, they have to keep doing more and more work to prove that you're this bad guy. And they also seem to try to keep some distance, so they don't want to be seen as the person trying to blow you in. So if they have to, the more they work to do it, people are start going to question, like, where are you getting this information from? Where are you getting this information from, Super Righteous One? How do you know these things? How do you know that? Where did you get that from? The more you make them work, the more they have to work for it, the more they start exposing themselves. Very tricky ending. Very tricky ending coming up. I don't know. This is just how it's coming out. You know what I'm saying? You got the Devil happening here with the Pleasure. So I feel like you'll be fine. If you just kind of play it quiet, like, I don't remember that. Really? I don't know. The Devil will come forward. The Devil will get their due, but I feel like you're going to be fine. I don't know. It seems to work out good. The Devil with the Pleasure is kind of like, you may get your hand slapped a couple times, but I feel like you'll be fine. It may not seem like it at first, but I feel like you're going to get your hand slapped a couple times. That's as far as it'll go. But the other person, like, everything shakes down differently now. Everything shakes down differently, and that person might be dethroned from their righteous position. Maybe. Gotta wait to see how that part plays out. That's its own thing. So, it also makes me feel like when the Devil's at play, it doesn't have to be one person. It could be a group of people, like, saying, wait a minute, what happened here? How does this person know what they know? What else has been going on here? There might be kind of like an audit feel going on with it. I still think you're going to be fine. Just keep to yourself. Stay quiet about stuff as much as possible. You'll be fine. I don't know. That's how it's coming through. I'm just giving it. That's how it comes through. You got to take it where you got to take it. I don't know. I don't know how that sounds, but that's how it's going. All right. I'm going to shut it down here. Hopefully that's helpful. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.